What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of The Nightly Show. Today we're coming to you from quite the winter wonderland.
Yeah, that's right, Parker. We are so excited for you guys to be joining us today. What do we have on our show today, Parker?
Well, Kyle, we have segments ranging from a book review to some recipes to make your favorite holiday meals.
Sounds good. What are we kicking it off with?
We're going to start it off with an amazing DIY from Allison on how to make a snowflake.
All right, let's go.
I see a lot of those in the room.
I know, they're so insane.
For sure. You know, the last show we dropped was mid-October, and the days have flown by since then.
Yeah, and that means we're coming up on Christmas, which also means a lot of good food. So we figured we'd put a couple cooking videos in here for you.
Aiden, take it away.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, and today we are making bubble bread. To start, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And grease a 6-cup muffin tin. Now cut the biscuits into fourths. Place 6 or 7 pieces loosely in each cup. Now, in a small microwavable dish, melt your butter, sugar, brown sugar, and cinnamon together. Now pour over each biscuit till all of the sauce is gone. Now bake for about 10 minutes or until golden brown on top. Remove from the oven, let cool slightly, and enjoy.
That looks amazing. I might have to force my family to make that this holiday season.
I know. That video takes me back to my middle school days. Like, we made those in Facts.
No way. I made those in Facts too. Now I'm really hungry.
I know. It looks finger-licking good. Now that we're hungry, let's watch another food video.
For this recipe, you'll need 1 box of macaroni noodles, some butter, flour, white pepper, salt, cayenne peppers, milk, mild cheddar cheese, and sharp cheddar cheese. Boil a fairly large-sized pot of salted water to prepare your noodles in. Once your water has boiled, pour in 16 ounces of macaroni noodles and let boil for 9 minutes. Next, we're going to mix our spices. First, we're going to start off with half a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne peppers. I had to substitute with 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes because that's all we had. Add in half a teaspoon of white pepper and 1/3 cup of flour. Once you have all your spices together, you're going to mix them. Set your spices to the side and prepare 6 tablespoons of butter to melt. Once your butter is all melted, you can begin to slowly whisk in your mixed spices. Whisk the spices in until you get a smooth, saucy texture, and then proceed adding half a cup of milk into the pan and continue to whisk it in. You'll add up to 3.5 cups of milk, going half a cup at a time. Once each half cup is stirred in well, you'll add the next half cup. You may need to add more or less than 3.5 cups in order to achieve the optimal sauce texture. Once you've mixed in all your milk and have a nice creamy sauce, you'll add 1 bag, or 8 ounces, of mild cheddar shredded cheese. Continue to whisk that into your sauce until it has smoothed out. When the cheese has smoothed out, you're going to add half a bag, or 4 ounces, of sharp cheddar shredded cheese. Now you're ready to add your noodles. Slowly add the noodles into your sauce while continuing to stir. It may help to have your dad come and help you if you're incapable of getting noodles out of a strainer. You're going to mix your noodles into the sauce, making sure that every noodle is drenched. For the next step, you'll need to sort of flatten the top of the mac and cheese. This is where we add the crispy, cheesy top to our pot. Take the last half of your sharp cheddar bag and sprinkle it over your dish. Make sure the cheese covers the mac and cheese fairly well. You should have already heated your oven to 375 degrees, so all that's left is to bake your dish for 30 or so minutes. You'll know it's done when the top cheese layer begins to brown. And voila, Your baked mac and cheese is ready to be served.
Dude, we're torturing ourselves right now. We haven't eaten yet.
For real, whose idea was this?
It was Maddie's. Gosh, she's our director and she made us do this.
Anyways, now that we're done complaining, let's watch a book review by Hunter.
Hey FHN, I'm Hunter Van Dyne and I'm reviewing the book Two Can Keep a Secret. Two Can Keep a Secret has been quite interesting to read. It is a mystery book that contains love, twists, drama, and death. I've spent most of my time reading this, and it was quite interesting to read. The quote that I liked in the book was, "I was supposed to be a twin," Andy says, "but the other one got absorbed in the womb." The reason I like this quote is because it's interesting to hear while I'm reading it, and it's not what you'd really hear in a book. The book is focused around two characters, Ellery and Malcolm. Ellery is a high schooler who just moved to Echo Ridge with her twin brother Ezra, and they are trying to solve the chaos that is in the town. And Malcolm is also a high schooler whose brother was accused for a murder that happened 5 years ago, and he is trying to figure out what secrets he is hiding. Alright FHN, thank you all for watching my book review. If you'd like to get the book yourself, you can check it out in the learning comments.
Sounds like a great book, Hunter.
Yeah, I'm not a massive reader, but that looks really interesting.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who don't read as much, here's a video game review for you by Max.
Spelunky 2 is a fun, 2D, cartoony platformer roguelike that will drain your body of all life and punch your soul in the face. The game may look fun, and it is once you get the hang of it, but until then, you will die to everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. The game is difficult. It knows it's difficult, and it wants you to know it's difficult too. Now, a roguelike is a genre of games where you have to make it through a gauntlet of challenges, and if you die, you have to start over from the beginning. In some games, you get permanent upgrades to make you stronger during each run, but in Spelunky 1 and 2, you don't get anything. There's only one thing that helps each run get easier, and that is your knowledge. While you may die 20 times in 10 minutes, each time you die, you learn a bit more about the game. You may learn not to jump headfirst into an arrow trap. Maybe you'll learn that the lizard will jump after it hits a wall while rolling. Or maybe you'll learn what'll happen when you steal from the shopkeep. No matter how you die, there's something you can learn from that death. The game teaches you to pay close attention to your surroundings while acting fast. You slowly but surely progress more in each level. You may even reach Quillback, the mini-boss guarding the entrance to the next level. You may have slipped past him at 1 HP, but never let your guard down, because if that one spider falls on top of you, you're a goner. The game also has a ton of secrets to discover, from getting the Ujat Eye to reaching the black market. There are so many things to discover and learn about during each run. The game also has a very nice soundtrack. Get ready to listen to the theme of the dwelling at the starting area a whole lot when you first start playing. What sets this game apart from the first game are the branching paths that you can travel through. In the first game, you went through the mines, jungle, ice caves, temple, and then the final boss, with a secret final world you can access if you do a few side quests throughout the game. In Spelunky 2, there are 16 areas you can go to. Some branch off from each other, and to reach the game's hardest challenge, you have to do an even longer side quest than the first game. The game is also very addicting. Each time a run ends, you tell yourself you're just going to do one more attempt, but by the time you've realized what time it is, you've already done 5 more. There are also 20 characters to play as. You start with 4, and you have to unlock the remaining 16. None of them affect the gameplay in any way, but they're still very fun to unlock. The game also has a story, although it isn't very important to the game. The main character is Anna Spelunky, the daughter of Guy and Tina Spelunky. Guy and Tina went to the moon because they saw an Olmec on the face of the moon. Olmec is the final boss of the first game. After they didn't return, Anna went to the moon with her dog, Monty, in search of her parents. And in the game, when they die, it's kind of like Groundhog's Day, where they simply return to the top of the cave and have to try again. You can also have up to 4 people playing together, in person or using the online feature, although everyone working together is not likely depending on who you're playing with. There's also a Smash Bros. Like arena mode where you can fight your friends. You can also give everyone infinite bombs. You should give everyone infinite bombs. I know I made the game seem unwelcoming, but I really would recommend it to anyone if you're up to the challenge. None of the deaths are unavoidable, and none of them feel like you were messed up by some random occurrence, unless it's a Frame 1 explosion in Neo-Babylon. That's why I give this game 9 funny cavemen out of 10.
Those will never get old.
I'm right there with you, Parker. Well, that's all from us.
We hope you guys really enjoyed this week's episode of The Nightly Show. I'm Parker.
And I'm Kyle.
Signing off.